Hi and welcome to another career clip at Find a Job in Germany. My name is Jörg, which is German for George, and today I'm going to talk about an issue which is probably going to interest the most of you: visa sponsorship. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, I do not get more questions about any other issue than about visa sponsorship, which is why I want to make sure you understand today what it really comes down to and what that term is all about that everybody keeps using when they're looking for jobs in Germany. I know from experience that most of you, software engineers, developers, automation testers, data scientists, doesn't really matter, you are actually checking out online job boards for visa sponsored jobs. That means a job where a company is putting a job ad online where they're saying that if they're hiring you, they're also going to be sponsoring your visa. It's important for you to understand, and this is what I keep telling everyone when they're actually booking their first call with Find a Job in Germany, that what it comes down to, for you to come to work in Germany, you don't need visa sponsorship. What you need is a work contract. The work contract is the legal grounds for you to get the visa in the first place. And visa sponsorship only says something about whether or not the company is going to be assisting you in that process. I want to share with you what I have seen in our personal coaching program here at Find a Job in Germany, where we help software developers and alike find jobs in Germany. Namely, that I have seen it all. I have seen people get the full package. And by full package, I mean relocation bonus, tickets. They even get the person an apartment for the first 3 months, really. And those are very, very great jobs, which only very few people are able to land because they're just really super duper at what they do. But then there's a whole bandwidth opening up, because I also see a lot of people starting to work remotely for a company, meaning they're still in their home country, but they are already on the payroll as freelancers, starting on the first day while their visa is being processed. This can also be a case. Yes, there are companies which will provide visa sponsorship to the extent that, for example, they have an experienced HR which has already walked this way 100 times, and they know exactly what to do with you in terms of papers, in terms of, signing you up for everything else that's required. Or they may even have an external partner, like an agency, which they source the application process for your visa out to. But I can also tell you that I have plenty of clients in our personal coaching program who got a job successfully, who did it by themselves. They self-sponsored their whole trip, so to speak. And the thing is really related to what I mentioned in the beginning. What you need to come and work in Germany as a software developer isn't visa sponsorship. What you need is a work contract. Yes, I know that most of you also think that when they click visa sponsorship, or when they're only looking for visa sponsored jobs, are they going to be applying with a company that is actually open to hiring globally? I understand that most of you also use this term, visa sponsored jobs or visa sponsorship, in one of the job search engines. It also helps them narrow down and only identify companies from which they already know that they will consider to hire global talent in the first place. I understand this. However, by doing so, you are unnecessarily narrowing it down a lot, because most companies won't even advertise this openly, or would not even say, hey, we're not willing to hire somebody from outside the European Union. I much rather just look at the CV first and then decide on how we're going to bring this person on board. And the how we're going to bring this person on board part is actually the important part when we get to talk about visa sponsorship. In any case, it does make sense to also look for jobs where companies are not even publicly advertising whether or not they're going to be providing you with some sort of visa sponsorship. I can also say this from experience, and I have seen all sorts of companies hiring globally. One more thing about the companies which are hiring globally, even though they are not advertising it directly and publicly online, when they're inviting you for a get-to-know call, an interview of some sort, that also means that they have already thought it through. And that also means that they can totally see themselves getting you here, hiring you globally, so to speak. So, in the future, try to really differentiate or distinguish between the following: visa and visa sponsorship, the process of getting your visa so that you can come here, versus relocation package. That's part of your contract. That's part of whether or not they're going to be compensating you, for example, for some of the expenses that you have, versus onboarding, namely how you're actually going to join the company. Are they going to wait until you're actually in Germany, or are they already going to make use of your services as a freelancer, which happens quite often. To round this up, visa sponsorship can really mean a lot of things. Or, as I like to call it, there are 50 shades of visa sponsorship. From what I've experienced so far, yes, companies will support you in some form during the process. After all, when they make you an offer to join, they're going to want you to come to Germany. And therefore, it also lies in their direct and inherent interest to make sure that you do get to Germany until you actually board the plane to fly here. However, also try to understand that it may not even make sense for you to only narrow down your search to these kinds of jobs. If you're a software developer, tester, or data engineer and scientist want to join our personal coaching program, you can also go ahead and book your get to know call with us and ask us the same question about visa sponsorship, just like many interested people do. I'm sure someone from the team will be giving you the same answer. This is Jörg at Find a Job in Germany. I hope this was useful to you. Thanks for watching. See you next time.